with the Fed continuing to raise interest rates in July.
They're not going to raise. They said it's going to stay at this level for a long time.
I heard that there might be 2 more raises before,
You think so?
Yeah.
Like
Fuck.
2 more.
Yeah.
Are they really trying to break something?
They are trying to break something.
They
Quarter
are
raises.
trying to break.
They are trying to break
Because
something.
here's the thing. The level that it's raised to right now obviously is working. I think it would be a great idea just to take a pause, right? You don't have to drop the rates. Everybody seems to be eating the pie right now. It is what it is. Let it pause. You're at 4% now. I think that's what the last CPI was at, right? 4. It dropped from 5 to 4.
Correct.
Let's see what the next set of data is before you raise it. If it continues to drop, that means you are at a peak level and it's working. Just pause. There's no rush to get to 2. You want me to do like fucking Christmas?
There is.
Huh? Like, what? What is the rush?
So you can be 2 by Christmas.
That is the possibility that we may still face headwinds economically going forward until the Fed pivots for real, for true.
But then Jerome has said, and he's very hawkish. And one thing I like about Jerome, he doesn't mince his words, and he's very intentional, but about his tone, and I could respect that because I think that's perfect communication, right? He doesn't allow his words to be misinterpreted. As we know in this era of communication, you could pull all type of interpretation from certain things. If he say one thing, this is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but what happened when he talked about inflation being transitory?
oh, we know that was bullshit.
Right.
You know it was
So
bullshit.
you cannot trust a thing that comes out of his mouth.
Hold on now. You hear what did I say anything about fucking trust? I didn't say anything about trust. I said, hey, when he speaks, he articulates well. I could take it for what it is. He's been very intentional about what he says. So, for me,
Unless he lied to you the same way he lied to all the regional banks
Oh, man.
and told them inflation was transitory, don't worry, keep on buying bonds. And what happened? T-bills, they ended up with a big hole in their balance sheet. Now
Okay.
they're in deep shit.
now listen to me.
You can't trust a word that comes
Listen
out
to
of
me.
that man's mouth.
Listen to me.
Nothing.
If I know what inflation really is, right?
Mhm.
I know how it works. I'm supposed to be a financial stalwart, expert, whatever. How the fuck? You could tell me it's transitory and you set the rates.
You trusted.
I know the setup. I know.
You trusted the Fed.
No, sir.
You trusted
No,
the
sir.
Fed.
No, sir.
You believed what came out of his mouth.
The only thing I believe is this. I believe if because I didn't listen to the last speech. I only caught the congressman where he said that crypto and Bitcoin has been a resilient asset class, and he made it seem that he's been watching it for a while and all this other stuff. So I saw that part. I didn't see his last address after the CPI data. But I know if he had left the door open for a possible hike, as you said, then that is already baked into the market. Because what we've seen is, as he's made those speeches, if it said he's going to continue to raise until X, Y, Z, and he's kept on with that mark, and you think we're going to pause. If they're going to pause, they can pause. If they can raise, it's already baked in. So the market won't give a fuck. And it'll continue to march on.
Unless something breaks. Unless something breaks.
They already break the bank. They already break the bank.
No. Cascade failure.
Listen.
I'm talking about,
Listen,
what?
Unemployment?
Unemployment coming. That might come. That has to come
What type
later.
of unemployment? Because at the end of the day, we realize that if it's in an industry that is favored for political reasons, they won't allow it to fail. Plus, you have to understand what they're doing right now. The fact that they have raised the rates the way that they have, and they only had that little ripple in the banking industry that they seem to have patched, not fixed, patched. If they pause right now, based on the job numbers that have been coming out, CPI data continues to go down, they could coast, they could keep Biden upright with a straight rock, going out there, not talking very much and going back in, and they may be able to skate through the electoral process.
Yeah.
Because that's all this is.
True. Very true. At the same time,
Don't break it.
don't break it.
Just don't break it. That's all I could. That's the only advice I could give them, and it seems that they listen to this show, so I don't know. Because everything that we've talked about has come to pass.
Correct.
Jerome must be on his burner, but you still.
Yeah.
Jerome must know that your boys over here know what's up, because
Well, it's common sense, right?
it is. And that's all this is. It's common sense conversation about practical things that govern our lives. And if you apply, we make things complicated. Us as humans and our agendas make things more complicated than they are. If you have something that's worked, this may be the first time in history that they're able to get to 2% without breaking something. And the only thing I ask them to do is pause. Just pause. It may not hurt another 2.5, but if you squeak past on that 2.5 and it goes down from 4 to say maybe 3.2, 3.5, I would say pause. Because now you're jumping points. You're going from 5 to 4. That's a big drop.
Yeah, that's a big drop.
So if your rates are that high and you're getting those drops, just wait it out. By September, you will be in the clear.
There is the
And give us a
election.
break for Christmas.
There is the election coming up.
Yes.
So there's a lot in the favor of pause, seeing as Biden needs all the help he can get.